Hello and welcome back to another brand new video, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at the Fide World Chess Championship match played between Gukesh and Ding. This is the game 4 of the World Chess Championship and the game ends with a draw. Ding has the white pieces and Gukesh had the black pieces. Now before starting the game, I would like to say for me I guess it's a good start for Gukesh, getting a draw with the black pieces, and for Ding, this game may could have been better for him, but he ended up with a draw, and I guess it's not really bad for him. Like people say, uh, it's really bad for him, but I don't feel like it's really bad because it's game 4, and if you're leveled with your opponent, it's better to be leveled instead of being points down because the world's watching you. So the game starts with a secretary opening. The game continues with a very like normal opening. You would actually play these types of games in your chess games, like maybe you're playing on chess.com or light chess or maybe on physical board. You might end up in these types of situations, like such as taking the bishop and then taking it by the knight. The game continues really normally. I was able to predict some of the moves as well. Most of the moves when I was in university, this match was going on. So during my class, I was actually watching the match and predicting moves, and they were pretty much the same. So Gukesh defends really well. He doesn't give up very good uh, opportunities to attack, and that's why Ding wasn't able to attack. Now, Ding could have gone further to attack before these types of situations with the knight. Maybe, bishop to a6, and this could possibly be better for him. Maybe, change the structure of the match in great ways. But now, here, when the knights come off the board and the pawns come off, the game turns into a very drawish position. Even if you were to see it with the evaluation bar, it's normal throughout the game, it's balanced throughout the game. The game continues, and we see rooks coming off, and now both the players have equal number of pawns and equal number of uh, pieces, such as 2 rooks and 2 queens on the board. The game is gonna end with a draw, mostly. If one was to blunder, then maybe they could end up, uh, one could win. But no one was to blunder, they had enough time, and here we see uh, the queens coming off the board. Now, this position is a draw. Even if you were to do anything, you would end up with a draw. With the queens on board, pushing the pawns could have been a good idea for Ding, but instead I don't know why, but Ding actually just went for the queen trade here. He could have played on like a world champion should. He went for an easy option to take a draw and just get out of the game, rather than going into an end game, a complicated end game. Now here with the rooks, you'll probably end up in a draw, even though because there is no advantage for white as well. White has 3 pieces, 3 pawns. Black has 3 pawns, and black's arrangement of pawns is better than white, I guess. So the game just continues with repetition of moves and ends up in a draw. Now, to note is that Gukesh had a higher accuracy compared to Ding. He had 99.3. And if we go to chess.com to the live board, I'd like to point out some things. So the game continues here. Like, as I said, these moves are very easy to spot. You just take it with the knight. The game continues, and you can see, I mean, it's really good. But here I feel like maybe moving the queen here wasn't the best option. He could have opted to do something else, maybe with the knights. Let's see what engine suggests here. So in this situation, the engine suggests moving the pawn to a3. Now what this does is creates a sort of a chain-like structure, but also a better position for white to then go for attacks. And then the engine suggests for black uh, to move the pawn as well. But then, I mean, Ding doesn't go for it. He just moves the knight and the queen move. This is inaccuracy by Gukesh, and I don't know why, but Ding wasn't able to spot the move. He instead moved his knight, which sort of made the game into a draw. This was the changing position, I guess, because here, even if I were to play, go a6 maybe, threatening the rook, and so the rook would have to move somewhere. Uh, as you see, it's trapped, not trapped, but it's under threat, so it could move anywhere. And I guess this was the best position to move. You can see the eval bar. It's okay, so that is a good move. But instead, he just moves the knight, and this is the best move. I mean, black is clearly gonna get a draw now. The pieces come off the board. This is not a good move, not an excellent move, but a good move by Gukesh. And here again, uh, taking the bishop isn't a really good idea for white. Instead, the engine suggests uh, not taking it and instead moving the rook. So instead of taking the bishop, the engine suggests taking the pawn on b6. That way, you open up the square. Even if it would take, you have a more active square here. You could move anywhere, and the game would less likely end up in a draw. And then after this move, you'd probably go for this. I mean, this would be a better position for both, and you could see more possibilities of attack, but Ding plays safe. I don't know why. He just goes for it. The game continues. Rooks come off the board. And here, after the queen trade, if you're thinking, why did the game end in a draw? I mean, there are moves like maybe moving rook to a1. The game could have continued, but then the game continues something like this. I tried it. It ends up into 107 moves, and the position still remains the same. I'll show you what happens on position 107. Both the players have 2 pawns and 2 rooks, and the kings are far apart. The game isn't in a good position for both of the players, and you can clearly see the game should end in a draw. So yeah, I mean, both the players played well. I guess Gukesh defended very well, and the game ended in a draw. And that's not really bad in a game that's the game 4 of World Championship. I mean, it's okay. Some days you don't win, you just end up with a draw, but I mean, at least you tried. Ding did actually not prepare really good for this. I feel like that, but still, I mean, whatever he's doing, he is playing well up till now. Uh, Not like a world champion, but as a player, yeah, he's playing good. So that was the analysis. I hope you liked the analysis. Make sure to like the video if you loved it, and subscribe to the channel too. I'll be covering each chess championship match, and leave your thoughts below in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Till that, take care. Goodbye.